Hello everyone, our group is here to present the case Pacifico Line by Chase Manhattan Bank NA and how the case was decided by court. Here is a list of our team members for this project with student numbers. We are presenting here a brief description of a case, parties involved in this case, relevant law, court decision and conclusion with point of view. Let's begin with how complaint was filed against Chase Manhattan Bank, which was operated in Vietnam as Chase Saigon branch from Pacifico Line. The action commenced in 1977 when a number of South Vietnamese shipping corporations, including Pacifico Line, the shippers will be referred to collectively as Pacifico, filed a complaint in the United States District Court for the Southern District of Newark against Chase Manhattan Bank N.A. Pacifico sought to recover the dollar value of pastry, South Vietnam's currency, accounts held in Chase Saigon branch until the sudden closing of that office on April 24, 1975. Through its international business dealing, Pacifico received foreign currencies which is deposited in Chase Saigon branch. Pursuant to South Vietnamese currency regulations, these pounds were converted at then prevailing official government rates into pastries and maintained in demand deposit account. After an evidentiary hearing, the district court dismissed the action because of the act of state doctrine. Therefore, Pacifico remanded for a determination of an exchange rate to be utilized in valuing pastry accounts in dollars. On remand, Judge Carter conducted a hearing to determine the dollar value of pastries in Newark on the date of breach. The court found that pastries had no value in Newark on April 24, 1975, and accordingly held that Pacifico could not recover any damages. Pacifico timely filed a notice of appeal. During the appeal, Pacifico stated that Chase breaches the contract. At first, the case was dismissed due to many reasons. Then, Pacifico introduced into evidence an International Monetary Fund publication. There are mainly two parties involved in this case. One is Pacifico Line, which is the plaintiff of this case, and these are the plaintiff of Vietnamese corporations and individuals. They have deposited their money to the Saigon branch of Chase Manhattan Bank, and on the other hand, the Chase Manhattan Bank NA is the dependent party of this case. The main allegation from Pacifico Line was Saigon branch of Manhattan breached the deposit contract of Pacifico, and Manhattan Bank was closed without informing the depositors, i.e. our plaintiff. And also, Saigon branch was closed without affording them an opportunity to withdraw their deposit or obtain payment at an alternative location. Other one was Chase Manhattan refused remand for a determination of an exchange rate to be utilized in valuing pastry accounts in dollar. And the reason behind Saigon branch of Chase Manhattan refuse is there is no value of pastry in US. Ms. Nguyen Thi Cham, who is Vietnamese citizen, also alleged to Saigon branch that Chase is in breach for refusing to cash the CD in dollars in Newark. Let's talk about issues in this case. Pacifico Line claimed that Chase breached its deposit contracts with them when it closed the door of its Saigon branch on April 24, 1975. The individual plaintiff, Ms. Nguyen Thi Cham, purchased a 6-month 200 million pastry certificate of deposit CD from Chase Saigon branch on November 27, 1974. And he claims that Chase is in breach for refusing to cash the CD in dollars in Newark. The Chase Manhattan defended like that. The seizure of Chase's former branch in South Vietnam by the dominant authorities in North Vietnam relieved Chase of any liability to plaintiffs. and Chase could not be held liable since the pastry accounts for which plaintiffs sought recovery were payable only in pastries at its Saigon branch, and also plaintiffs lacked standing to assess their claims. They also defended that payment of the claims would be illegal and is barred by foreign asset control regulations. With respect to the individual claim asserted by Nguyen Thi Cham, Chase added as defense that the obligation of its Saigon branch had been assumed by the government of Vietnam. Let's go through the case-related rules and laws. In this case, court applied the Rule 44.1 determining foreign law. A party who intended to raise an issue about a foreign country's law must give notice by a pleading or other writing. In determining foreign law, the court may consider any relevant material or source, including testimony, whether or not submitted by a party or admissible under the federal rule of evidence. The court's determination must be treated as a ruling on a question of law. Moreover, Chase contends that under the more liberal standards of Rule 44.1, plaintiffs' claims should have been dismissed for failure to provide evidence of foreign law after it became clear that under Newark's choice of law rules, the entire case would normally be governed by Vietnamese law. Advisory Committee's notes to Rule 44.1 make clear a court is still permitted to apply foreign law even if not requested by a party. The law of the forum may be applied here, where the parties did not at trial take the position that plaintiffs were required to prove their claims under Vietnamese law, even though the forum's choice of the law rules would have called for the application of foreign law. The court decision was in favor of Manhattan because due to low evidence and insufficient evidence of an exchange rate, they failed to meet its burden of proof, because of which case was dismissed and the court gave decision in favor of Manhattan. In conclusion, the plaintiffs appeal from a judgment of United States District Court for the Southern District of Newark entered after a non-jury trial by judge for breach of contract. The court criticized plaintiffs for not presenting any evidence of Vietnamese law giving them a right to recover, and noted that such a failure had properly been held to justify dismissal in the past. Therefore, due to low evidence and insufficient evidence of an exchange rate, they failed to meet its burden of proof, because of which case was dismissed and the court gave decision in the favor of Manhattan. Let's discuss about some point of views. The decision would have been in the favor of PECIFCO if PECIFCO would provide more strong evidence to their case, because there was evidence in the record that official rate of exchange on April 24, 1975 was 7.55 pastries to the dollar. PECIFCO should be able to prove that the rate was artificially low and should be replaced by higher rate. If they were able to prove the proof of exchange rate, then the decision would have been in favor of PECIFCO. This is the end of our video presentation. Thank you very much for watching us and listening us.